Second, diversifying across many investments and rebalancing those investments to their original target at the end of the year may help reduce the annual volatility of the portfolio as well as increase the long-term return. The frequency and timing of rebalancing may vary. Dan Fouch's team, Sam Dickinson and Brian Basinger, will work with you to see when rebalancing your investment portfolio may be appropriate.
Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hilliard, WL Lyons LLC, member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. 68 degrees, 9 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour. Mother Nature finally decided to dump on us yesterday afternoon and early this morning. We've had about 1 inch and 21/100ths of rain. Jeff Eno is on duty at the Weather Channel to talk more about the way the day is going to play out, Jeff.
At the top of the state, we are seeing some flash flood watches. A little more locally, we will see chances for showers and storms, the best shot early in the day. And then those clouds will gradually clear out as we head up into the mid to upper 80s. Main threat with any storms will be some locally heavy rain. Tonight, stray shower thunderstorm, partly cloudy, some patchy fog late, overnight low, mid to upper 60s. Early fog Saturday, mostly sunny skies, afternoon high near 90. Chance for showers and storms Sunday. Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
All right, Jeff, thanks a lot. I know that he kind of raced through there at the end saying, well, yeah, we've had a bunch of threatening rain, but looks like we're going to maybe have some more on Sunday. The constant coverage in studio radar screen this morning is showing all of that mess that ran through here about 3 o'clock this morning is moving off to the east-southeast on the Kentucky-Tennessee border over north of Crossville, Tennessee, and some lighter showers over toward Colbert in London. More showers up east of Danville, Kentucky this morning. Thunderstorms, I guess we'll call those, because we did have some rattling out of folks this morning with some thunderstorms as it came through about 3 o'clock. Now, yesterday, let's see, before midnight, we had just 1 inch of rain, 99/100ths, 0.99. And then we, after midnight, had 22/100ths. So if you want to do the math, it is 1 inch and 21/100ths. 1.21 since this conversation we had yesterday. Now, as we look at the, let's see, the barometer is down at 29.87 this morning, 29.87. The winds are out of the south at about 3 miles an hour, and the humidity is at 95% of saturation. So, here's where we are, starting off Friday morning. A bit humid, and yet we've had quite a bit of rain in the last 24 hours. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. Let's go to the newsroom and our first check of local news and news director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry.
For the record, there was no change.
That was Barron County Clerk Joanne London with results of yesterday morning's recanvass of the race for Barron County Judge Executive. The recanvassing Kentucky election law provides for a recanvassing process if any candidate wants validation of the numbers reported from any election. London, along with Republican John Robert Miller, Democrat Vinnie Scott, Bobby McCowan with the Barron County Sheriff's Office, County Attorney Jeff Sharp, and Ashton McPherson with the Barron County Clerk's Office, oversaw the recanvass, which is pretty much a repeat of what they do on election night.
They take it and do it by hand, and that matches Amanda's computer printout by the cartridges themselves. We don't give out releases until we know both of them match. A lot of counties just do the cartridges and just call it a night. It takes us a little longer, but we know when we leave that office that it is correct.
The next step, should it be requested, would be a recount. The property that burned yesterday morning was the former Coffee's Concrete in Cave City. Former Cave City Mayor Chris Holder owned the property. He was shot in late November of 2016 and died months later. Albert Stevens of Glasgow was indicted for the murder in connection with Holder's death. The relationship between Holder's family and his former wife Tammy Atwell is reported to have been pretty strained. The property owned by Holder and his children was scheduled for a Master Commissioner sale this Saturday. Master Commissioner Temple Dickinson told WCLU News that as of now, that sale is still on. A motion has been filed by Atwell to stop the sale, pending an investigation into the cause of the fire. The judge has not made a decision in regard to that motion yet. State police have confirmed their investigation. However, they have released no details. Several $1,000s was awarded yesterday morning in the Emergency Food and Shelter Program. Sherry Jones had sat on the board that doles out these federal dollars for 26 years.
It's based on your unemployment figures, and it's based on the total allocation that the federal government allows for this program. It is a national program.
The board awarded Community Relief with a little over $9,900. Barren River Safe Space got $3,640, and Community Action was awarded $2,300. This money is awarded annually, and this year's budget was 92% of what was awarded last year. 6:14 a.m. on this finally Friday morning, 68 degrees.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
You get that repair complete. Be sure to mention WCLU and get 10% off all accessories. Don't miss another one of life's events because of your broken device. See Gadget Patchers today.
In more local news, Glasgow police have made several arrests. They responded to a single vehicle injury accident Wednesday on the Cumberland Parkway, the 14-mile marker. A 2005 GMC Canyon driven by 29-year-old Basim Zayden of Bowling Green was traveling east on the Cumberland Parkway when his vehicle hydroplaned, then went into a spin and crashed into a ditch and a rock wall on the right side of the road. He was transported by Barron Metcalf EMS for further treatment. Officer A.J. Rees was the investigating officer. He was assisted by the Glasgow Fire Department and Barron Metcalf EMS. The Glasgow Police Department responded to Speedway yesterday in reference to a welfare check on a subject who appeared to be passed out behind the wheel of his vehicle. Officer Michael Bergen made contact with Thomas Brown, who, according to Glasgow Police, was under the influence. Officers found a handgun and a small amount of marijuana inside the vehicle. 35-year-old Brown of Burkesville was arrested, charged with public intoxication, possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, carrying a concealed deadly weapon, and possession of drug paraphernalia. And Glasgow Police Department made a traffic stop on Roger Wells Boulevard for a vehicle that had only one headlight. Officer Elliot Taylor made contact with the driver, 27-year-old Cody Castle of Scottsville, who did give officers consent to search. During that search, officers found methamphetamine inside of a thermos. Castle was arrested, charged with failure to illuminate headlights, possession of a controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence. The arrest was made by Officer Elliot Taylor, who was assisted by Officer Dave Houchins and Corporal Jabin McGuire. A passenger inside the vehicle was cited to court for possession of marijuana and possession of drug paraphernalia by Corporal McGuire. Keep in mind as you travel today and through the weekend, this is the 400-mile yard sale. Yard sales will start in the southwestern corner of the state around Paducah, and they go all the way up through Glasgow and all the way to the northeastern part of the state in and around Lexington on past there to Nicholasville. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 6:17 a.m., 68 degrees.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodmen of America.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. A Kentucky judge sides with the Bevin administration over a nearly 20-year-old case regarding foster children and religion.
The ACLU and Americans United sued the state, saying Kentucky was violating the Constitution by funding a child care provider operated by a religious organization. Former Governor Steve Beshear then signed a settlement that would have required monitoring foster children's religious exposure.
An incredible intrusion of people's rights, of people's privacy, and intended to allow the ACLU and this other group to scrub out anybody's exposure to anything religious.
A judge agreed with Governor Bevin, ruling that the settlement was illegal. I'm Haley Hansen.
Grayson County police are searching for a man accused of beating his girlfriend and leaving her for dead. Police say the victim told deputies Monday that 33-year-old Joshua Stone had punched her, broke her leg, and then began kicking her in the stomach because he believed she might be pregnant. The victim is still in the hospital. State Representative of the 99th District, Rocky Atkins, says he is now strongly considering running in the upcoming governor's race. Atkins says he is frustrated with Governor Bevin, including Bevin's recent controversial comments about teachers. Atkins tells WIMT that he's already received his family's approval.
I'm getting tremendous encouragement from across the state to look at the governor's race, and because of that encouragement, I'm giving the governor's race serious consideration. My family's on board if I want to make that decision.
Atkins says he can announce a decision about the governor's race in the weeks ahead. And the Kentucky Department of Revenue is launching a website to help state residents understand tax law changes. The changes were made during the recent session of the Kentucky General Assembly. The Revenue Department has launched a website, taxanswers.ky.gov, to bring awareness on the new laws. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay, make payments directly from your smartphone, and People Pay, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet to learn more at ctbi.com. That's ctbi.com.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Can you remember the last time you had a great night's sleep? How you felt the next morning? More energized, more alive. Feel the difference of deeper sleep daily with the new Tomorrow mattress. Designed by the world's leading sleep experts at Serta Simmons Bedding and delivered right to your door. Learn to love your bed. Use promo code SAVE2 at tomorrowsleep.com for $200 off when spending $500 or more at tomorrowsleep.com.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
Local news time from WCLU is 6:23. We have 68 degrees. Yes, we did have storms in the overnight about 3 o'clock this morning. That added about a quarter of an inch of rain, so in the last 24 hours, an inch and 21 hundredths here in our rain gauge. In area funeral announcements this hour, James V. Richardson, age 85, of Cave City, died Wednesday. He played basketball in high school, which sparked his lifetime love of basketball, especially the UK Wildcats. After a profession of faith in Jesus Christ, James was baptized into the Cumberland Presbyterian Church and later became a Southern Baptist. In 1961, he moved his family to Cave City, where he joined the Cave City Baptist Church. He was a faithful member there, serving as a choir member, deacon, Sunday school teacher, Sunday school superintendent, and a trustee. James worked various jobs during his life, but his two favorites were Dealers Transport in Louisville and Tyson Bearing SKF in Glasgow. He was one of the original 16 hired at Tyson's, and he retired from SKF, where he was the foreman of the shipping and receiving department. He is survived by his wife of 65 years, Helen Parker Richardson. His daughters, Gwen Tucker of Horse Cave and Renee Lane of Franklin, Tennessee. Two grandsons, John Parker Lane of New York, New York, and Christopher James Lane of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. He recently became the proud great-grandfather of Naomi Grace Lane and C.J. Lane. Service for James V. Richardson will be at 10 o'clock Saturday morning at the Cave City Baptist Church. Interment is to be at the Cave City Cemetery. Visitation will be at the church today from 4 until 8 and after 9 o'clock on Saturday. Contributions can be made to the Cave City Baptist Church. The Wynn Funeral Home is in charge of those arrangements. James Madison Clayton, age 73, of Scottsville, died Tuesday at the Medical Center in Bowling Green. He was a retired truck driver and a student minister. He retired from MLS Trucking. He was the past board member of the Stony Point Volunteer Fire Department and also attended Franklin Community Church. He is survived by his wife, Deanna Upton Clayton, 4 sons, James Madison Clayton IV and wife Kim of Orlando, Alan Bruce Clayton and wife Becky of Marion, Illinois, Gilbert Thomas Clayton and fiancée Rhonda of Buckskin, Indiana, Gordon Todd Clayton of Littleton, Colorado, a daughter, Julia Harmon, and husband Jeff of Scottsville. 2 brothers, Bob Clayton and wife Pam of Eddyville, and Mike Clayton. 3 sisters, Pat Johnston, Barbara Prather, and husband Alex, and Kathy Clayton, all of Illinois. 10 grandchildren and 6 great-grandchildren. Services for James Madison Clayton III will be held Saturday at 1 at the Harwood and Strode Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Crescent Hill Cemetery in Scottsville. Visitation from 10 until 1 Saturday. Memorial suggested to the Gideons and can be made at the funeral home. Funeral services for Roy B. Houchins, age 82, of Glasgow, will be at 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins tonight from 5 until 8 and continues Saturday morning. Services for Bobby Lee Reeves, age 72, of Bowling Green, will be at 10 o'clock Monday at the Hardy & Son Bowling Green Chapel. Burial in the Plum Springs Cemetery. Visitation is from 2 until 8 on Sunday at the funeral home. Services for Linda Davidson Graves, 75, of Burkesville, will be Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock at Memory Chapel of Norris New Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Marrowbone Cemetery. Visitation begins after 3 p.m. today. Services for Mike DeFevers, age 71, of Glasgow, will be at 11 o'clock Saturday morning at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Visitation will be from 9 until 11 Saturday at the funeral home. Burial to be in the Kentucky Veteran Cemetery Central at Radcliffe at 12:30 on Tuesday afternoon. Service for Pamela Edmonds, 62, of Glasgow, will be at 1 o'clock today at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial to follow in the Pleasant Oak Ridge Cemetery. Funeral services for Christina Nicole Creekmore, age 37, of Smiths Grove, will be at 11 o'clock this morning at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial to follow in the Cave City Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here's the score from the Kentucky News Network. I'm Scott Fitzgerald. Well, it's a busy Friday in sports around the Commonwealth. Let's get started with high school baseball. Regional champions being decided around the Commonwealth yesterday before the rains hit. In Bowling Green on the campus of Western Kentucky University, it was Bowling Green upending Russell County in 5 innings, 14-0. Your 6th region goes to Pleasure Ridge Park. That on the University of Louisville campus, they beat Bullitt East 9-0. And the 7th region, also on the campus of the University of Louisville, St. Xavier beats Male 7-4. And the 9th region, being played in the northern part of Kentucky and Florence, Highlands gets the best of Covington Catholic 3-2. And one regional champion being crowned in high school softball yesterday. That would be in the 1st region. Marshall County upends Ballard 5-4 in Murray. More regional championships to be decided today. Stay with this Kentucky News Network station for complete updates. The college baseball playoffs continuing today. 2nd-seeded Louisville will face 3rd-seeded Kent State in Lubbock, Texas tonight. Meanwhile, Morehead State is in Clemson. The 4th-seeded Eagles will battle the top-seeded Tigers also tonight. To the show now. The Reds are out west starting a 3-game series with the San Diego Padres. 23-year-old Tyler Molly gets the nod for Cincinnati. Molly currently leads all major league pitchers 23 or younger with 56 strikeouts. Elsewhere in St. Louis, the Cardinals opening up a series with their division rival, the Pittsburgh Pirates.
A pitch. Swing and a long fly ball into center field. Get up, baby. Get up. Get up. Oh, yeah. A home run, and the Cardinals win it with a walk-off home run here in the 9th inning.
Dario Munoz hitting a 3-run homer to cap off a 5-run bottom of the 9th inning. The Cardinals rally past the Pirates 10-8 at Busch Stadium. The two will go back at it again tonight. Miles Mikolos puts up his 6-0 mark against Pittsburgh's Jamison Tyone. Under the hardwood now, the Golden State Warriors overcoming a huge game from LeBron James. They grab a 124-114 overtime win against the Cavaliers in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. James piling up 51 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. But it was this bizarre play by Cleveland's J.R. Smith that has people talking.
It's grabbed by J.R. Smith. Smith is going to run it out. I think J.R. didn't know how much time was left. J.R. could have dribbled up near the timeline, and we're going to overtime.
Smith grabbed an offensive rebound after George Hill missed a free throw in the closing seconds of the 4th quarter, but dribbled the ball back out to midcourt instead of going to the basket. The game was tied at 107, and the decision sent the game into overtime. Cavs head coach Tyrone Lue explains what happened.
Who knows if J.R. would have made the layup anyway, so it was tough. He had like he could have had a little float. Somebody was there. Then, you're thinking about calling a timeout, but then Braun was open for a second, and then it just happened too fast. So, we came into the huddle. We had a chance to win. We had to regroup and try to win it, but they came out and played well in overtime.
Steph Curry poured in 29 points for Golden State. They'll host Game 2 on Sunday. And finally, the Stanley Cup Final resumes tomorrow night with Game 3 between the Capitals and the Golden Knights in D.C. The best of 7 series tied at a game apiece. I'm Scott Fitzgerald.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
6:31 from WCLU, 69 degrees. Let's turn to local sports. The Bowling Green Purples won the 4th Region Baseball Tournament yesterday. They actually got a game in. They defeated Russell County 14-0. Congratulations to Bowling Green, headed to the state tournament in baseball out of the 4th Region. However, it appears that they did not get to play the championship match for the girls in softball yesterday. It's South Warren taking on Warren East. They tried to play that yesterday but didn't get to, so that has been rescheduled for this evening at 6 p.m. That is South Warren versus Warren East. Remember, the 33rd Annual Glasgow Highland Games get started today and continue through Sunday, June the 3rd, at the State Park. A lot of information on the website there. It's the Glasgow Highland Games. The 49th Annual Follis Invitational Golf Tournament is this weekend. Coming up next hour, Johnny Belcher, the coordinator of that event, will give us some live information, some updates as far as entries, as far as the history of the Follis, and we'll have that next hour in sports. And, of course, coming up tonight, the 7-Eleven Hoops and More at the Avenue Church on Columbia Avenue. And it's every Friday night and Saturday night. It's going to be at the Bunch Center in June and July from 7 until 11 p.m. Food is going to be served. Come out and enjoy basketball and other special events throughout the summer. And that is a check of local sports.
Are you looking for your dream home? Or
check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire. On Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection. Best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination.
1923. Well, we had some rain overnight. If you were trying to sleep, about 3 o'clock, your Mother Nature's alarm went off, I guess is what we're trying to say. We did get 22 hundredths of an inch of rain when that rumble bumble came through here. And with that 99 hundredths we got before midnight, 1.21 is what we have in the ground this morning, or soaking into the ground as we speak. Barometer's at 29.91, and the humidity is at 95%. Winds out of the south at about 3 miles an hour this morning. So that's the way things are shaping up. Constant coverage in studio radar screen shows our landscape dotted here in Kentucky with light showers. Heaviest shower activity is over south of Somerset, knocking on the door down in Tennessee, down around the Corbin, London area. Bigger showers in between Murfreesboro and Knoxville this morning, waking up the folks in the volunteer state. But we're going to calm down a little bit from the standpoint of not having as much of a humid day today as what we have been having. It may be a pleasant day. Actually, the day on Saturday looks potentially as like a sunny day. We'll look forward to that. 69 degrees now. Get a real start.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. and I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Excuse me, I don't know why I'm so choked up about it. We're going to be sharing birthdays here in behalf of the good folks out at Ralphie's Fun Center. Now, summertime is here. There's a lot of things that are coming up that Ralphie's is going to be doing special. I want you to stay tuned in order to hear what's really special right outside your front door at Ralphie's Fun Center. They're going to be looking forward to having lots of company and having lots of fun celebrating such things as birthdays. And so what I'm going to do is reach over here and talk about Friday birthdays. We have Marietta Rigsby, who is turning 81 today. Phyllis Ross is 64. It is Clara Morrison Turner. Clara has a birthday today. John David McCandless with a birthday. It is Dennis King. Raven Thomas is 15. And we also have Julie Kate Gross turning 30 today. Raven Ennis has a birthday today on this Friday. Now let's look at Saturday. Kimber Reese DeVasier. That's Nellie's great-granddaughter, cute as a button. Kimber Reese DeVasier is going to be 3 tomorrow. Barry Craddock with a birthday. Nelda Albany. Daryl Pickett. Glenda Troxel with a birthday. It's Kyle and Linda Bowles with a wedding anniversary on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we've got, Pauline McClellan and James Simpson. What a great start. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023 or online here from WCLU radio.com. We'll be picking up the birthday line and adding those as we go throughout the morning here on WCLU. And we're going to come right back and take our very first look into the archives for the month of June. So let's get ready and roll, okay?
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin. where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right. I got another birthday to add here before we get to the archives. It is Betty Lewis. That's right, Betty Lewis being added to today's birthday list. Want to wish Miss Betty a happy birthday today. Now let's roll. It's 100 years worth of interesting things. We call it the archives. It's where we go back in time for 100 years and look at the way things were. And sometimes it brings back a lot of memories, some of them good, some of them not so good. But it's the way we were, and it's kind of like the way we got here. And the archives today being brought to you as a service of the good folks at Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. Now, Joseph A. Wade has, for a long time, been a part of the archives, and they have recognized for a long time the importance of keeping our history fresh in the minds of those who are coming up.
One of the realities of old man winter is things need repairing. But when spring comes, don't be in a rush to get your agricultural or industrial equipment back up and running. Call Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services today and get those repairs done before spring. And even if you have a smaller operation or you just need some odds and ends for your home repairs, Joseph A. Wade is here to meet those needs as well. Joseph A. Wade is located on Industrial Drive in Glasgow, family owned and operated since 1985. A Right Tool distributor.
Okay, what about some archives? Let me tell you about something that's going to be coming up, and I believe this is tomorrow. This is a book signing.
Okay.
Whoops, I almost turned my coffee cup over. That would be a bad thing.
It would be a terrible thing.
Because we still got a ways to go.
That would be super terrible.
That's right. Anyway, it's a book signing. Kyle Bowles, who is a really nice fella, has written a book, and he's having a book signing over there at the Cultural Center Saturday from 11 until 2. Here's the name of the book: Mama's Old Bean Kettle and Other Short Stories of My Life. Does that not make you want to pick it up and just settle down with it for sure?
And with some cornbread.
That's right. Mama's Old Bean Kettle and Other Short Stories of My Life. And here on the cover of the book, if I can get it where you can see it there, the cover of the book is an old bean kettle. I don't know whether that's Kyle's mama's bean kettle or not. But it should be a lot of fun to go down to the Cultural Center tomorrow and get that book signed.
For sure. And then also, don't forget, let me pull this up real quick.
Okay.
Today's the Restore's 10th anniversary.
Yeah, that's right.
9 a.m. go by. There's going to have refreshments, giveaways. Bluegrass Furniture is giving them a free recliner. They're going to sell tickets on that. If you've not been to the Restore, not really sure what you're waiting on, what folks are waiting on, but go down there, see Melissa. They do an excellent job. They've always got some cool stuff.
Melissa is the epitome of organization.
She's like the MacGyver of the Restore.
I'm thinking, go in there. This has got to be just piles and piles of stuff. Nope, it's so well organized. I've always been very impressed.
She would not do well with piles and piles of stuff everywhere.
She would kick everybody out till she got it straightened out.
I mean, it's very seriously. They've got some really some nice stuff, some unique items. I mean, the folks in there are great. So go by there.
10 years, hard to believe.
And all the money, not part of it, not a portion of it. It all stays right here in Barron County, and that builds homes here in Barron County.
And there's some neat stuff there. I just enjoy going and checking it out. How about let's go back to 1918 and check out the archives. 100 years. This is the first day of June and the first trip back down memory lane in June. In the Republican, on the first day of June, this note was made: very refreshing showers on Sunday last brought to an end the drought which seemed to seriously threaten the welfare of growing crops. The rain was truly a godsend to our people, as America has become a great food source for the Allies who are engaged in the present terrible war. So the thing is, they felt good about growing crops, but this wasn't going to be our first experience with a terrible war.
Right.
But in 1918, doing what we could. Thanks for the rain. We'll put it to good use, is what he's saying.
We don't need any more rain here for a little while.
Just for a little while. We had an inch and 22 hundredths overnight.
That's enough for me.
That should be good for today. All right, I'd like to know more about this organization, but because of the way that it's written in the Republican, I think this was a news story about the city council.
Okay.
But it's described as the City Dads.
What?
The City Dads,
okay,
at their Tuesday night meeting, resolved to do some big works by constructing East Main Street, also Brown Street and Cleveland Avenue, with rock asphalt surface.
Well,
so the City Dads were thinking positively when they were going to get the East Main paved, and Brown Street and Cleveland Avenue with a rock asphalt surface. Those are three of our excellent streets here to this day. But in 1928, that's making a hard road.
Right. Well, you can't blame them.
No. 1938, here's the news. Glasgow is to have another Houchins Market within the next 10 days. It's going to be located in the Farmers Union Building on West Main Street. Mr. Houchins began business in 1931 here, purchasing a small grocery stock for $2,750. Since that time, he has added 8 more stores in different towns, and his holdings represent thousands of dollars. His rise in the food world has been remarkable and can be attributed to his study and hard work. Any town that gets one of his stores is to be congratulated, as it assures them of the best in food supplies at the lowest cost. That's some nice things to be said about you, isn't it?
I would say so.
So this the second Houchins here out on the Farmers Union Building on West Main Street, and the grocery business growing, and Mr. Houchins very much in the middle of it. Nice things to be said, and a nice gentleman indeed. All right, 1948. The headline will make you pick up this paper, this copy of the Glasgow Times here in 1948. The headline reads as follows: 3-truck wreck, a family affair.
There you go.
Now, who wouldn't pick that paper up?
I would probably pick it up.
3-truck wreck, a family affair. So here's the rest of the story. A wreck involving 3 distillery slop hauling trucks early Saturday morning north of Magnolia on the Jackson Highway was fortunate in that there were no more serious consequences experienced. The trucks were driven by Bill Maggard, Russell Barrick, and another member of the family. One of the trucks was headed toward Bardstown, and a truck returning from Bardstown sideswiped in a narrow bridge, and while they were entangled, another load truck from Bardstown crashed into that collision. Are you following along here?
Kind of.
Mrs. Bill Maggard was treated at the hospital and dismissed. The 3 drivers were not seriously injured, but considerable damage was done to the trucks. Sounds like it. And I don't know how the bridge fared, but this is, they were hauling, this was described as distillery slop hauling trucks.
Well, there you go.
1948, a family affair. Probably one they didn't forget.
I'd say not.
But pretty interesting up there in the beautiful community of Magnolia. All right, so that was 48, so this is 58. More growth in our healthcare industry around here. This was the day that the first class of the Glasgow School of Practical Nursing received their grades from the state board. Mrs. Marie Spillman Powell of this city received the highest grade, with Mrs. Florence Arterburn of Park City tied with another student from Hart County for second. The second class will graduate in September. The third class will start in June. So here's what we have. This is a total of 29 practical nurses receiving their licenses here, and much needed. Get these nurses rolling in the healthcare industry. This day in 1968, a couple of pieces of information here for you. This was the day that Robert O'Brien became the new manager of J.J. Newberry. Talk about an anchor store from back in the day, 1968. Good old J.J. Newberry. Boy, you know, I can sometimes when I think about it, I can just smell it in there. How much of a retail smell it had to it.
What?
A retail smell, and that was when they weren't having those Mexican hamburgers over there.
What is a retail
I don't know. It just smells like a store.
Well, now some stores smell better than others.
Well, and they had those big ceiling fans in there,
That would kind of spread the smell.
Spread the smell, yes, They were real too. My mother had got one of those and put it in the hall place, and that
Did
thing
it smell like retail?
Well, no, but it could double as a guillotine. I tell you that.
Seriously,
there's no bend in those blades. But it, I don't know what a retail smell is, but it's. I can tell you what it is if I smell it. Okay.
The smeller's the feller.
That's right. 1968, also this day, Larry Eisenberg joined his father at Eisenberg's Barbershop in the Happy Valley Shopping Center. Now, that's a long line of well-known and well-respected barbers there, and Larry Eisenberg is joining the pack in 1968. 1978, this was the day that 151 members of the 1978 senior class of Glasgow High School received donations Friday, June the 2nd, and not donations, diplomas.
What?
I'm thinking, what are they don't need to be having their cup out just yet.
Oh, yeah.
Let me start over.
Okay.
151 members of the 1978 senior class of Glasgow High School will receive diplomas Friday, June the 2nd. And then a senior dance will be held afterward at the junior high school. Remember when we had junior high schools?
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, that has been revised to middle school. But in 1978, they were getting their diplomas, 151 in the class of 78. All right, 1988, the story is that Bob's Gun and Tackle, located on 31 East South next to the Colonial House, is open for business. And if you want to come down there and shop Bob's Gun and Tackle, the owners, Bob and Dolores Wade, are going to be tickled to death to see you there. That was in the Glasgow Times here from 1988. It's a good place to put a gun and tackle store on your way to the lake, and it's been very successful indeed. 1998, the Glasgow Highland Games deemed the most successful to date, an estimated 22,000 attending on Saturday.
It's a lot of people.
It is a bunch of people and a bunch of folks who get down there and enjoy the Highland Games. And I think that what we have coming up this weekend is going to be exactly as successful, if not more.
You going to try some haggis?
Well, I do know that haggis has a certain. If you think a retail smell is identifiable, wait till you take a bite of haggis.
It's like it's all consuming.
Yeah, it is. So just come on down this weekend and enjoy the Highland Games. And so many folks have we sitting here talking about had a record 10 years ago, and it's been going for a while, and it's going to keep on going. So we're looking forward to that happening this weekend. It's in the archives. It's the way we were.
And I'm going to have to go get a can of that retail smell.
Yeah, well, it's
air freshener.
What section do you think it's in?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no. I'm just going to go there and ask the person at the front door.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's what I have for you today. Anything else you want to add in the archives?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, we'll just keep plugging away. Don't forget now, this is the book signing there tomorrow for Kyle Bowles. Kyle will be over there with his book. Gotta love that title. Mama's Old Bean Kettle and Other Short Stories of My Life.
I think I'm going to write a book one day.
Well,
it's going to be called All the Good Stuff's Off the Record.
You might you might start on it now.
If I started on it now, a lot of people would be really nervous.
All right. Well, thanks to Joseph A. Wade for keeping us posted here on archives and a bit of history.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use?
Check out the deals at Gillyhide Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Kate Gross Day on the radio. Now, Julie, it's not Judy at all. It's Julie Kate. Julie Kate Gross is 30 today. And let's see here. I'm going to read from the submission that the person who nominated Julie Kate Gross wrote in today. Happy birthday to a very special young lady who has brightened the world since she made her appearance 30 years ago today. She is loving and caring as a daughter, as a wife, and as a mother of 2 little ones. She has a heart of gold, and we would like to request a day where she can be honored. And so that day is today. It is her birthday. It's her 30th birthday, and it looks like that we're going to have a picture of her on our website here. It might already be up. I have to check and see, but it was submitted, and we really appreciate it when you do that, too. So if you happen to see Julie Kate Gross around today, please pat her on the back and tell her she's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. We're going to be drawing for a winner of dinner at Texas a bit later on this morning. First things first, though, we've got to prepare to send you to the Glasgow Highland Games on Sunday. I'm taking the 7th caller, Lucky 7, 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Pick up the phone, be the 7th caller, and I've got 2 tickets to go and enjoy a most impressive Sunday at the Glasgow Highland Games.
Hack Whitty, Marita Whitty Lyle, David Whitty, Becky Lyle, names that have been trusted in this community for quality auto repairs for 46 years. Names you can continue to trust for many years to come. At Whitty's Complete Car Care, they specialize in all your car repair needs, including brakes, tune-ups, and diagnostics. And you won't believe their amazing tire prices. If you're ever in need of towing or unlocking service, Jeff is ready and waiting 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Whitty's Complete Car Care on Rogers Road in Glasgow, 46 years and counting.
Jimmy Holloway down at Glasgow Building Supply knows a whole lot about how to build things.
Prevent your child's next asthma attack. Call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor, because even one attack is one too many.
I feel like a fish with no water.
All right, I'm going to pick up the phone. Whoever's on the other end is going to be the winner. Hello, WCLU. Who's speaking?
Lou DeMunbrook.
Lou, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Well, now I tell you what, you have you're dialing that phone fast, Lou, because you're winning a pair of tickets to go to the Highland Games.
Well, that's good.
So it's it's going to be a fun weekend out at the Glasgow Highland Games, and we've got not 1 but 2 tickets for you to go down there and see some of the. Sunday to me is the most enjoyable time with the mass bands and the Kirkin O, the tartan, and all that kind of stuff. But, Lou, you come on by here. We'll give you these tickets, and you can tell everybody you see that you're going to the Highland Games on Sunday, okay?
Oh, okay.
And I appreciate you tuning in.
Thanks, Henry.
Have a good day. Lou DeMunbrook, she was lucky number 7. And I'm going to tell you, we have more of those to give away very soon, so hang with us here on WCLU and enjoy the Glasgow, Kentucky Highland Games this weekend.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic, and that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the Magic Man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination.
House, as we say. Of course, Friday at Long John's A&W is a big day because that's where you can go down there and get 99-cent crab cakes. And, boy, they do them up right on Fridays for sure. 99-cent crab cakes all day today. And then, of course, on Sunday, well, I'm just going to play the commercial for Sunday because that's a very special day.
Do you know what day it is? Well, it pays to know because Long John Silver's in Glasgow is announcing some show-stopping deals for you and your family. Every Sunday from 11 till 7, it's all-you-can-eat fish and chicken for $8.99. Bring your friends and family on Sundays and get all-you-can-eat fish and chicken $8.99. If it's Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday. Get a fish taco for 99 cents. Friday, it's crab cakes, just 99 cents each. These are limited time deals, so get to Long John's in Glasgow today.
All right, are you ready to answer the trivia question? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. You can head out to Long John's and get a fish and more just for telling us how smart you are, and don't be afraid to show how smart you are. It's a Highland Games weekend trivia question, as you may have been able to guess. Today, I want you to tell me well, let me back up here. You know, one of the most fun events to watch at the Highland Games is the caber toss. The caber toss. I want to know what the weight of an official caber is. You got to toss a caber. It's like throwing a telephone pole. But what is the official weight of the caber at the Highland Games that people are going to be tossing this weekend? Hello, trivia.
56 pounds.
No, it's not right. What is the official weight of a Highland Games sanctioned caber? Trivia.
45 pounds.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
175 pounds.
That's what it is. Who's this speaking?
It's Benny Locke.
Benny, how you doing? You pride yourself on winning at the first part of the month, and see there, you can't even get any closer to the first of the month than today.
Well, there you go, going early and often. That's right.
Now tell me this: how did you? Have you ever picked up a caber?
I have not, and since I found out how much they weigh, I probably won't.
You pick up these cabers right here. You know that the thing is, if you read about the caber toss, and if you're going to go down there this weekend, you ought to read about it to see what it's about. It's not exactly like the shot put because they don't measure. I mean, it's not just how far you can throw it, but it's kind of like the way it lands. And
right.
In other words, it's part of the finesse of tossing the caber.
Yeah, Henry, I suspect I'd be happy if I just picked it up.
Yeah, you know, but these gentlemen who do that, and I don't know if let's see, Aaron, do you have a picture over there with this? I don't know if you got that picture or not, with the guy who is throwing the caber. This caber toss man is he's well built. He's got a lot of upper strength to throw that 175-pound telephone pole anywhere, kind of like you. Don't really want to pick it up.
He is undoubtedly healthy, healthier than I am.
Well, you know, I guess you have to be careful with this because I'm the type of guy that, you know, if I got down there close enough, well, let me see if I can pick it up, you know.
Yeah, I tell you, he can pick up a 175-pound pole. I can pick up a piece of fish.
Okay, you go pick that up. That's an even deal to me. Oh wait, there it is. Aaron's got the picture now. I don't know if you're on TV or if you're on Facebook or whatever, but anyway, this gentleman here is throwing that caber. Is a strong man.
He is, and I'll leave it to him.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Dr. Benny Lyle, for calling in and winning. You have a great day, sir.
All right. Thank you. See you now.
Bye-bye. It's Benny Lyle. That's right. He is officially a smart fella for a lot of reasons, not the least of which that he knows how much a caber weighs. 175-pounder. Toss it. Maybe you could win. But you would want to come down there this weekend and see that caber tossed. That's one of my That's one of my favorite events. Well, actually, I'm kind of I like the Bonniest Knees contest. It's just because it's so funny to watch the participants try not to. Basically, what it amounts to is that gentlemen in kilts line up, and ladies put a blindfold on, and they will feel the knees of the gentleman, and they will pick out the best knees of the gentleman, or the bonniest knees. And that one's just kind of, it's got a funny but a very competitive feel to it. Just one of the many things you can enjoy this weekend at the Glasgow Highland Games. Come and do so.
CBS News update. An arrest for kidnapping and rape turns into a possible murder case with multiple victims in Springfield, Massachusetts. Police say they found 3 bodies in or around Stuart Weldon's home. Hamden District Attorney Anthony Gallooni.
A lot of progress has been made. That's to the credit of the detectives and the prosecutors working on the case, and much work is to be done.
Neighbors say they saw no sign of anything amiss.
Really quiet. There's never been any problem. It's a nice neighborhood. It's scary.
CBS's Laura Podesta.
Officers are still searching the home. They're focusing on the garage and the adjoining yard, now covered by a tent. A car was also towed from the driveway.
47-year-old Stuart Weldon arrested after a car chase. A passenger told police she'd been kidnapped, raped, and tortured, and thanked them for saving her life. Weldon's being held on $1 million bail after pleading not guilty. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfruitville, W253BN Glasgow, services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. As recent history tells us, disasters can happen. It's impossible to prepare for everything, but it is possible to prepare for what happens next. And that's where we come in. At ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, we can provide you with many options as an independent agency. And it's our job to make sure you know about all the what-ifs so that your policy has you prepared for what happens next. So just ask us. We'd be honored that you did. Just give us a call at 651-8837. We're ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, growing with a proud community since 1902.
It's spring sale time at Bailey Gibson, and Dad's got the prices you're looking for. New incentives are being offered on many GMCs and Buicks on the lot. We hope you're looking for a new car or truck, because we're looking for good trade-ins. Bring your used car or truck to Bailey Gibson, and we'll offer you a better deal than you can get anywhere around. Stop by and check out our spring savings event now underway at Bailey Gibson in Glasgow. Lola, what do you say?
We're having a springtime sale at Bailey Gibson. Give my dandy a call on his flip phone for a great deal.
If you missed out on the very special CD offer during the month of April at the People's Bank, I've got great news for you. Due to overwhelming customer response, the People's Bank has extended the offer through May. Now through May 31st, you can earn 2.32 annual percentage yield on a 24-month certificate of deposit with just a $500 minimum opening. But it's only through May 31st, and it's only at 605C Happy Valley Road at the People's Bank, working for you. Percentage yield offer valid May 1st through May 31st, 2018. Significant penalty for early withdrawal. Not valid with any other promotional rate CD offer. No special add-on rates applied. Limited time, rate subject to change. Offer valid on new deposits only. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
7-11, 69 degrees. Jeff Eno on duty at the Weather Channel for us today says we're going to be basically warming up today after the rain showers have left. A nice day on Saturday and more showers possible on Sunday. We'll check in with Jeff Eno a bit later in this newscast. Let's go to the newsroom now live and News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Glasgow farmers found himself in some hot water. Federal labor officials say a Kentucky farmer's been disciplined for failing to properly pay his foreign workers. The U.S. Department of Labor said that Christopher Lee Smith has been barred from applying for certification to request temporary foreign workers under a visa program for 3 years. He's also been fined more than $35,000. Investigators say Smith, who owns a farm in Glasgow, failed to reimburse workers for transportation and for their visa expenses. Investigators say Smith did not pay workers the required minimum wage and failed to pay them on time. Investigators also found that Smith owed nearly $60,000 in back wages to 14 different employees. The H-2 temporary ag program allows employers who anticipate a domestic worker shortage to bring non-immigrant foreign workers to the U.S. on a temporary, seasonal basis. For the record, there was no change. That was Barron County Clerk Joanne London, who said the results of yesterday morning's recanvass of the race for Judge Executive showed no change in the total numbers from election night. Kentucky law provides for the recanvassing process if any candidate wants validation of the numbers reported from any election. If the prior totals from the recanvass match the totals, then again those numbers are validated. London, along with Republican John Robert Miller, Democrat Benny Scott, Bobby McCowan with the Barron County Sheriff's Office, County Attorney Jeff Sharp, and Ashton McPherson with the Barron County Clerk's Office, along with Amanda Sturgeon, oversaw the recanvass, which is pretty much a repeat of what they do on election night.
They take it and do it by hand, and that matches Amanda's computer printout by the cartridges themselves. We don't give out releases until we know both of them match. A lot of counties just do the cartridges and just call it a night. It takes us a little longer, but we know when we leave that office that it is correct.
Again, the recanvass of the votes for the Republican primary for Barron County Judge Executive showed no change. A morning fire was a total loss in Cave City. The property was owned in part by the estate of former Cave City Mayor Chris Holder and was formerly known as Coffey's Concrete. Now, Holder was shot in late November of 2016 and died months later. Albert Stevens of Glasgow was indicted for murder in connection with Holder's death. Now, the relationship between Holder's family and his former wife Tammy Atwell is reported to have been very strained, and the property owned by Holder and his children was scheduled for a master commissioner sale this Saturday. Master Commissioner Temple Dickinson told WCLU News that as of now, that sale is still on. A motion's been filed by Atwell to stop the sale, pending an investigation into the cause of the fire. The judge has not made a decision in regard to that motion. State police have confirmed there is an investigation. However, no details have been released. Several $1,000s was awarded yesterday morning in the Emergency Food and Shelter Program. Sherry Jones has been on that board that doles out these federal dollars for 26 years.
It's based on your unemployment figures, and it's based on the total allocation that the federal government allows for this program. It is a national program.
Community Action was awarded $2,300, Community Relief a little over $9,900, and Barron River Safe Space a little over $3,600. Right now it's 7:15 a.m. on this finally Friday morning, 69 degrees.
Does it?
Of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
$100 off tablets, smartwatches, and more. If you're ready to upgrade to a new smartphone, why not treat the graduate in your life to something they really want? Send them off with tech gifts great for starting college, a new job, a new place to live, or summer fun. Hats are off and deals are on at Bluegrass Cellular. Shop all gifts for grads at bluegrasscellular.com or visit your nearest store. Restrictions apply. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
Glasgow police have been busy in recent days. They responded to a single vehicle injury collision Wednesday on the Cumberland Parkway. An 05 GMC Canyon, driven by 29-year-old Bashim Zadine of Bowling Green, was traveling eastbound on the parkway when his vehicle hydroplaned, which caused him to spin and crash into the ditch and then a rock wall on the right side of the road. He was transported by Barron Metcalf EMS for further treatment. Officer A.J. Rees was the investigating officer. He was assisted by Barron Metcalf EMS and Glasgow Fire. Yesterday, Glasgow police responded to Speedway in reference to a welfare check on a man who appeared to be passed out behind the wheel of his vehicle. Officer Michael Bergen arrived, made contact with 35-year-old Thomas Brown of Burkesville, who appeared to be under the influence, according to Glasgow police. Officers found a handgun and a small amount of marijuana inside the vehicle. Brown was arrested, charged with public intoxication, possession of a handgun by a convicted felon carrying a concealed deadly weapon and drug paraphernalia. The arrest was made by Officer Michael Bergen, assisted by Officer Stephen Shields. Also yesterday, Glasgow police conducted a traffic stop on Rogers Wells Boulevard after seeing a vehicle that had no headlights on. Officer Elliot Taylor made contact with the driver, 27-year-old Cody Castle, who gave consent to search the vehicle. During the search, officers located methamphetamine inside the thermos. Castle was arrested, charged with no headlights, possession of a controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence. Officer Elliot Taylor was assisted by Officer Dave Houchins and Corporal J.B. McGuire. Another passenger in the vehicle was cited to court for possession of marijuana and possession of drug paraphernalia. Yesterday was the first day of the annual 400-mile yard sale, which takes bargain hunters from one end of the state to the other via US 68. Beginning in the southwest corner of the state, just south of Paducah, the route continues through Benton, Calvert City, Cadiz, Hopkinsville, and on to Elkton. From there, it's to Russellville, Auburn, Bowling Green, Smiths Grove, and into Glasgow. Now, from here, you can continue on US 68 through Sulphur Wells, Edmonton, and on into Campbellsville. According to 400mile.com, there's about a 20-mile gap in yard sales in the Lexington area due to high levels of traffic that city's chosen not to participate. Sales start again near Paris, Kentucky, and continue through Carlisle and Fairview, and wrap up in the northeast corner of the state near Maysville. For more information or to see the deals in different areas, you can go online 400mile.com. The 400-mile yard sale continues through Sunday. And in local 911 activity, Glasgow Police, Glasgow Fire, and Medcath EMS responded to a motor vehicle accident with injury yesterday evening on Happy Valley Road at the Happy Valley Inn. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 7:19 a.m., 69 degrees.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. A judge sides with the Bevin administration over a case regarding foster children and religion. The ACLU and Americans United sued Kentucky, claiming the state was violating the Constitution by funding a child care provider operated by a religious organization. In 2015, former Governor Steve Beshear signed a settlement that would have required the state monitor foster children's religious experience.
An incredible intrusion of people's rights, of people's privacy, and intended to allow the ACLU and this other group to scrub out anybody's exposure to anything religious.
A judge agreed the settlement was illegal. The former boyfriend of a Boone County woman is behind bars, accused of killing her and her young son. Joshua Ward was arrested this week on murder charges. Boone County Sheriff's deputies say Ward gunned down Kelly Kramer and 9-year-old Aiden Kramer in April at the victim's Burlington home. Ward is in the Hamilton County Jail awaiting extradition to Kentucky. Kentucky ranks among the bottom tier of states in a national ranking of states that provide a safe, secure, and healthy childhood.
Kentucky has fallen. It's now ranked 37th out of 50 states.
Mark Shriver is with the nonprofit Save the Children, which released its annual End of Childhood report. Kentucky has slipped 4 places since last year. Its worst showing is economic well-being, with nearly 1 in 3 children growing up in poverty.
When 31% of the kids in rural Kentucky are living in poverty, those numbers are absurdly high. They're much higher than the rates for adults.
The best state for childhood in the U.S., according to the report, is Connecticut. The worst state is Louisiana. I'm Suzanne Duval.
And Kentucky is not on the list of states losing a Sears or Kmart store. Sears Holdings yesterday announced it is closing 63 more stores as part of another wave of what the company calls adjustments. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network. Did you know that last year in Kentucky there were over 9,000 crashes involving semi-trucks, resulting in 93 deaths? It's time we all take responsibility on the highways and share the roads safely with each other. Kentucky State Police will be looking for aggressive cars and trucks on the highways. If you are tailgating a big truck or cut a truck off, you may receive a ticket. Please, drive like your life depends on it. Because it does.
This is Officer Chris McQueen with the Kentucky State Police. No matter where you drive across the state of Kentucky, crashes can happen anywhere around here, so we pay attention to unbuckled drivers and passengers. So get in and buckle up day and night. Kentucky, these are our communities. If writing a ticket can prevent tragedies like the ones I've seen, I'll do it. Why? Because it saves lives.
A message from law enforcement officers across Kentucky and the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, who remind you.
We're here to remind you that we've got the big Follis Tournament coming up this weekend. That's right, the CG Follis Invitational Golf Tournament. And we have in our studio to talk about the Follis, I guess you're the coordinator, the chairman, the head honcho of the Follis Tournament, Coach Johnny Belcher. Johnny, how you doing this morning?
Doing wonderful, Henry.
I'm so glad that you agreed to get out this early and come down and talk on the radio about this weekend. But you're up early anyway because you are worried about the tree that fell down on the course, those kind of things. You got to take care of all that today, don't you?
Yeah, we've had a little storm damage from last night, but it's not going to slow us down. But we got a lot of work to do on the course. We've been working on it this week, and can't say enough about our green superintendent, Doug Williams, for getting the course in good shape.
He is truly a trooper. Now, let's start off here at the beginning. Let's say somebody's driving on I-65, and they're saying, the what? The Follis Tournament? Let's give them the background.
The men's Dr. C.G. Follis Men's Golf Invitational has been held at Glasgow Golf and Country Club, and this makes our 49th year. It's the second longest amateur running tournament in the state, behind the Governor's Open, which is held in Frankfurt. I played in the second Follis, and I played in it for years, and then in the last probably 6 or 10 years, I've been asked to run the tournament from the Marion family, who was unable to run it anymore. So I've kind of tried to carry the tradition on.
So you were really a young golfer, a young linkster when you played in the second Follis.
Yes, sir. I was. I think I was a senior in high school, and then I played in it when I went to Middle Tennessee. I always came up and played in it.
Yeah.
And never did win. I think I finished second 4 times, and once behind Kenny Perry. But but
so
again,
you love the game.
I love the game. I've played all my life and most of my life, and it's a game of honor. So it's really a good game.
So people know what we're getting into right here, the Follis Tournament. So let's fast forward and talk about this year's field, because a lot of folks follow the Follis from year to year just because of the tradition, the level of competition, the quality of the course, and a lot of other reasons. So give us sort of the front page on this weekend's event.
Okay,
John.
well, first of all, tonight we're having a we call it a pro shootout, where we have some local pros competing. And the former past champions will be competing against them this afternoon, and one of them will walk away with a $500 winner. And that goes on at 5 o'clock, and then tomorrow the tee times range from 8 until 12. And then Sunday the championship flight will tee off between 11 and 12. And hopefully by 4:30 on Sunday we'll crown a champion. We'll have a individual champion for the Follis. Then we'll have a senior champion. And last year's winner of the Follis was was Chase Landrum, who's a star or player at Western Kentucky University now, and a former Mr. Kentucky Golf. And our senior champion, believe it or not, I think he finished 3rd last year in the whole tournament, and his name is Jeff Walker from Springfield, Tennessee. He's a very fine player. We have probably 25 players with a 5 handicap or lower.
Wow.
We have several with a 0 handicap or plus. So they're used to shooting low scores, but a lot of times they have trouble shooting those low scores in the Follis because usually the course is pretty tough this time of the year. and the rough is really thick. And I'm sure Doug Williams will get our greens lightning fast to cause some fits to the players.
I remember a lot of nail-biting finishes to the Follis on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, we've had several sudden death playoffs before, and we hope to have one. I hope it's close again this year. I hope to have another one, but we still have a few spots available for any of you amateurs that want to. You basically get your money back before you even tee off, in gifts and gift certificates and things of that nature. We have a nice band coming in Saturday night to play, and with your entry fee, it includes a couple of meals and favors and things of that nature. So you basically get your money back before, gift certificates and things before you even tee off. And also the first player on Saturday to get a hole-in-one from 177 yards will win a brand new a Buick from Bailey Gibson GMC Buick.
What hole is that going to be on?
That'll be on hole number 9.
Number 9.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, that should get a whole bunch of more interest there for sure.
Yeah, we really want to see somebody make a hole-in-one.
Yeah,
and we can't say enough about our sponsors for the tournament.
Yeah,
and
you got some good ones.
You got some good ones.
If you want to thank them, you didn't bring a piece of paper, but I don't know if you remember them or not, but if you want to mention anybody, go ahead.
Well, anybody, players or whatever, I want to thank mainly BR Tire for sponsoring this tournament, and they have for the last few years. And then we have a ton of other sponsors throughout the community.
Sure.
And if it weren't for the sponsors throughout this community, we couldn't have this tournament. So it's just it's a wonderful thing to have.
Proud of our history in golf around here. Proud of a Follis tournament that was started by a family of practitioners and folks who just love the game of golf.
Correct. And I want to say our country club, Henry, since you have quit playing golf, the squirrel population has doubled since you've been playing.
That's right.
Because you used to hit and kill a lot of squirrels in the trees.
You got to hire in a grounds crew to trim some limbs too.
Yes, sir, we sure did. But we'd like to see you back out playing again. It's a good game. It's a game that's good for us, and we really do hope the public comes out and watch the pros play tonight and come out and watch some fine golf this weekend.
Johnny, thanks for getting up early and coming out here and talking. Well, I hope when you get out there checking out that tree that it won't be a big problem, and I'm sure that Doug Williams has probably already got it sized up.
He already has the chainsaws out.
All
so
right.
We thank you very much, Henry.
Thank you, Johnny. Johnny Belcher, the chairman of the Follis Golf Tournament, the Invitational CG Follis, and that is coming up this weekend, and it's the 49th time. Appreciate Johnny being by here this morning.
The following weather forecast is brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards and Private Caregiver and Referral Services. When roles reverse in your later years, when child becomes caretaker and the needs of the parent become most important, it's comforting to know that there's help along the way. Peggy Tuck Edwards would like for you to be informed about Private Caregiver and Referral Services, because sometimes our elders just need a little company and companionship. It's our duty to see that those needs are met, whether in the home or in an assisted living or nursing home facility. Peggy and her network of compassionate caregivers are ready to meet you and your loved one's needs. Call 270-670-7062, 270-670-7062, 270-670-7062.
At the top of the state, we are seeing some flash flood watches. A little more locally, we will see chances for showers and storms, the best shot early in the day. And then those clouds will gradually clear out as we head up into the mid to upper 80s. Main threat with any storms will be some locally heavy rain. Tonight, stray shower thunderstorm, partly cloudy, some patchy fog late, overnight low, mid to upper 60s. Early fog Saturday, mostly sunny skies, afternoon high near 90. Chance for showers and storms Sunday. Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
All right, Jeff, looking at the constant coverage in studio radar screen, I just caused Aaron Russell to do a 360 in record time to get that radar back up on the screen. But yes, it is showing some heavier thundershower activity down in central East Tennessee, over around places like Cleveland, Tennessee, down south of Knoxville. Pretty good line of showers and thunderstorms in the eastern half of Tennessee. Heavier thunderstorms are just about to move out of Kentucky. There's a thunderstorm or two. Let's see, where is that? About over around Renfro Valley, down there by the barn dance. There's a pretty good shower there. The rest of it filters down into Tennessee this morning. 69 degrees, WCLU, and looks like we are going to continue to add a little more rain to the bucket today, but in the last 24 hours, 1.21 is what we have had. Pressure's down at 29.91. South winds at 3 miles an hour and 95% humidity. This weather update brought to you by Peggy Edwards Tuck. Hold on, I'll flip that around. Peggy Tuck Edwards, who is an excellent caregiver and an excellent in referral service as well. So we appreciate Peggy Tuck Edwards, all of the work that she does, and appreciate her sponsoring this weather forecast.
The Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, total local.
I was looking at when I got hung up right there, and I think that I do. So I'm going to get over here and hit the Ralphie's Fun Center birthday sounder, which lets us know that it's time to report the birthdays. And here we go. And it's been kind of helter-skelter here, so if I missed one, y'all help me keep up with this, all right? First of all, on Friday, June the 1st, it's Betty Lewis with a birthday. It's Julie Kate Gross. We sounded a 30 gong last hour for Julie Kate Gross. We have Raven Thomas turning 15. Dennis King with a birthday. John David McCandless is 11. Clara Morrison Turner has a birthday. Phyllis Ross. Phyllis is 64, we understand. Marietta Rigsby is 81 today. And let's see, that's everybody on the Friday page. Let me get over here to the Saturday page to where we have Kimber Reese DeVasier, Miss Nellie's great-granddaughter, and Miss Jessica's daughter. So we're going to be celebrating with Kimber Reese DeVasier's third birthday is tomorrow. Barry Craddock, Nelda Albany, Daryl Pickett, Glenda Troxel. We got an anniversary on Saturday for Kyle and Linda Bowles. And let's see, yes, we have some for Sunday. We've got Pauline McClellan's birthday on Sunday. And it's James Simpson. Happy birthday, James. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here at WCLUradio.com. We're going to be giving away a delicious birthday cake from Dairy Queen from the folks on this list. And we're going to be giving away a beautiful rose from Greer's Florists to the folks on this list, too. So get those names in here. It is 7:37. Thanks to Ralphie's.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy to navigate website to our easy to deal with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't
Day, and we want to be sure and let you know that Deborah Davis is in our list for Sunday, and I got to jump back over here to Friday and tell you about a wedding anniversary today. That is correct. It is the wedding anniversary for Billy and Emily Carver. Happy anniversary to the Carvers, Billy and Emily, today. And also don't forget we're patting Julie Kate Gross on the back today. Now Julie Kate is 30 today. By special request, some folks called up and says, can't we please pat her on the back on her 30th birthday? Sure we can. And let her know she's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas. 7:39.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
A squeak? Do you hear a clunk? Is your vehicle making noises it shouldn't?
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Why don't you let me provide you with a pair of tickets to go on Sunday afternoon and enjoy the Glasgow Highland Games, the 33rd Games. I've got not one but two tickets sitting right here that I'm going to be giving away to caller number 8. Caller number 8, 651-9149, 800-956-1023. You're the 8th caller. These are valuable tickets, and boy, the fun that you get to have at the Highland Games. Get on the phone, call in here, and be a winner.
Extreme Fitness members are there for the right reason.
I feel like if you're going to the gym, you are in the process of developing a better you. It's something you're always going to be wanting to do, and the gym gives you that to go in and crush your daily goal, but to always be developing a better you. I choose Extreme because of the family atmosphere. Everybody there knows you by name. You always see a friendly face, and that's why I choose Extreme.
So what can excellent facilities, dedicated staff, and a welcoming atmosphere do for you? Head to Extreme Fitness to find out.
All right, I'm just hanging up on the 6th caller. There's the 7th caller. Hurry up real fast and call back so you can be the 8th caller and win these tickets for the Highland Games. Boy, y'all are good. People are tuned in, and they are well-toned at dialing. You're the 8th caller, and who is speaking?
Lillian Scoggins.
All right, let me get my pencil over here, okay? Did you say Lillian Scoggins?
That's correct.
Okay, Lillian Scoggins. Now, where are you calling from, Lillian?
Park City.
Park City, Kentucky. That's a pretty place this time of day after we've had a rain overnight now, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You were thinking about that, weren't you, Lillian?
I was.
You were going to give me your accurate opinion. So
That's right. That's right.
have you ever been to the Glasgow Highland Games?
I have, actually.
Well, and so you can be a testament that it's a fun place to go and a fun place to go back to as well.
That's correct. And they have really good food usually as well.
You know what? I haven't said a word about the food, but I can tell you that it is good food.
It is.
And there's a lot of good old American food there, and a lot of the Scottish traditional foods as well. And you've won a pair of tickets to go down there on Sunday and enjoy the Highland Games this year, okay?
Great. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Lillian Scoggins. We'll have these tickets right up here on the front desk. Come by and get them so you can go out and enjoy it, okay?
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Lillian Scoggins, yeah, she says, I've been, but I want to go back. And it's nice to be able to work that out for Lillian. And welcoming everybody, all of our guests, to the Glasgow Highland Games. I always like to play a little Colin Grant Adams here, and I'm going to come right back. And I guess the Glasgow, well, he's been given lots of titles here. The Glasgow, the Scottish balladeer, maybe. He's just a really nice guy who really makes great music. And I know you're going to have lots of opportunities to enjoy him this weekend. You got to pick up one of his CDs before you leave this weekend. There's my favorite. It's the Scotland, Land of My Father, which puts a lot of focus on the heritage of Colin Grant Adams and the basis for a lot of his music. So that's coming up this weekend. I think that we are through giving away tickets the way it looks to me. I'm not in charge, but I do see some blank spaces over there, so maybe we can get those going here, and you could be going down for the Highland Games this weekend, I hope.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin. where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliehide Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of Legendary Service.
Supplier of office products.
69 degrees at WCLU, welcoming you to the Glasgow Highland Games. And as you're going down to the games field or enjoying our community, just remember, in the words of Colin Grant Adams, there is no cat like a Glasgow cat.
I'm a cat, I'm a cat, I'm a Glasgow cat.